Today, I wanted to talk about the struggles of buying groceries or buying takeouts. So today, we're here for just partial grocery shopping. And that means it's not gonna come out as expensive. Because grocery shopping, at least here where we're from in South Texas, it's crazy. There's like this balance between buying groceries, and you also want to keep in mind that you want to like buy healthy foods. And there's another factor in that. If you want to eat healthy, it costs you more. But if you want to save time and not waste as much, there's takeout. But to not waste as much and to save time, you also are sacrificing health, because the greasy stuff, the unhealthy stuff, is the cheap stuff. So there's that fight between grocery shopping or takeout. But again, we're doing specific meals for the next like 2 or 3 days, so we're trying to we're not gonna waste as much, but that seems to be the issue when it comes to takeout and grocery shopping. This is just a little example, because what I just ran into. So you got this, your generic stuff, for like $3.28, right? And then if you want to bunk it up something with protein, price also bunks up. Or if you want gluten-free, even higher. Again, it wouldn't be so complicated if you wouldn't have to, again, balance out eating healthy or just eating, whatever. Another thing, doesn't really have to do with what we're talking about. Like my wife says, don't come grocery shopping hungry. Sorry, not eating. Don't go grocery shopping hungry, because then you walk out with a bunch of stuff. My wife brought up a really good point. So these types of soups here,
there is, but it's not here.
The box stuff, I hear bad things about it. Like there's like chemicals in it and whatnot, just like everything else, right? But then she brought a good point that, as far as the Asian community goes, they eat this, they inhale this stuff, and they're thin as shit. So are they trying to hide something? Are they trying to keep us from being thin? I don't know about healthy, but thin, that's another thing within itself. What do you guys think? So how we said that we're here for specific meals for the last 2 or 3 days, that within itself is also mental load, because you're trying to balance out budget. Also think about what it is we're eating, how much of it we're gonna get, and sorry, my kids. So again, that's just another factor within itself. You're trying to balance out health, trying to balance out budgeting, and it's a trap, man. It's a trap. You're just constantly in this vicious cycle where you're just trying to watch out for not just your own health, but in this case, my kids' health as well. This is why I kind of felt like this needed to be talked about, because we know how it is in other locations. But as far as South Texas, it's completely fucking different. That's the total. So this wouldn't be a groceries versus takeout if we wouldn't buy takeout. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. Only reason, well, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this because it's the convenience factor also. She's not in the mood to cook. It's it's 7. Dinner, we usually have dinner like around 6ish.
That's 5:30.
So this is late because we got to get the girls to bed soon. So this is the fastest way to do it. This is what I'm talking about, a convenience factor. But there is what I'm calling a little gray area, because we're actually getting, we've been here in the vlog a couple of times actually, Taco Palenque, or as we call it, TP. It's it's like a taco, protein, cheese, beans,
Carbs.
carbs. It's mostly just like the tortilla really, but I mean, like I said, there's that balance, there's that fight between making homemade stuff that is not bad for you, or wasting a little bit less and wanting to get stuff done. Then we do stuff like this. We got 2 kids, picky eating. They're picky at what they want, so they go and they pick out whatever they want and throw it in the cart, unless we say it's okay, of course. But there's also that.
It's a lot of fruit, a lot of.
That's actually true. The lucky thing about our kids is that they're really into fruit. They're like little monkeys. Like they eat a lot of fruits.
But that's the problem, because you buy a tub of like blueberries that's like what, $6, and they eat one a day. So.
Exactly. So there's all of this factors that nobody seems to talk about, which is why I thought this was something that needed to be out there. I already showed you the total, but I'm going to show it to you up close now. So that's the total for all the groceries we just bought. But now, we did buy ticket. I'm going to show you that right after I explain this. So, in this ginormous list of groceries is several meals to make. One of them in particular is being burgers. Now, we got some of the stuff for burgers, but not all of it, because we actually have some of the ingredients here at home. So my wife calculated it, and in total it came out to, how much was it again? So just what we bought is $25. That's not counting the stuff that we already have here, so that kind of like helped us out. And that's just the main course. You don't count the sides, the drinks. Yeah, because our girls, and quite frankly, we are not just gonna have just the burgers. We like to have stuff with the burgers with our sides. So that's another thing. And my wife did also point out that a big bag of chips nowadays costs you like $7 now. Again, that's excluding stuff that we're more than likely that we're gonna be probably missing. So we're gonna have to go back to our convenience store close by, because that's usually how it goes down. You go grocery shopping and you think you got everything, and then at the last minute or in the middle of making the food, you're like, shit, we need to go get this. So that being said, again, $25 somewhat for just one of the meal from, once again, from this giant list that we have here. Takeout on its own was about $23. $2 less for just one of the things on this gigantic list.
And before people start commenting that what we bought can make more than just one, no, it can't. What we bought was specifically just for us four for one meal. So, you get me?
Yeah.
The seasonings and all that stuff, yes, like that could be used. But we didn't buy that because we already had that. But I'm talking like the carne molida, like the stuff that we bought to make the burgers.
Uh-huh.
We bought enough to make for just one meal, and that's not gonna last us. If we want to make another batch of burgers or whatever, we have to buy that same $25 worth of stuff again.
Yeah.
So just so.
So another thing that you have to take into consideration is the region that we're also in. Because Laredo's economy and proximity, because we're so close to the border, the restaurants and stuff like that are very competitive towards each other. So the prices kind of sort of vary. Mom and pop shops also, their prices also differ. Again, depending, it's all about the competition. So here's another thing about the economics of Laredo. So cheap takeout equals greasy, heavy, not so great for you. Long term, of course. Healthy takeout, it suddenly becomes $40 to $50, maybe even more for the family, the entire family. And again, there's 4 of us, soon to be 5. Think about that. Cheap groceries, processed carbs, not much better than cheap takeout. Healthy groceries, organics, fresh produce, lean proteins, whole grains equals, well, you get the point. So the convenience trap isn't just time versus money, it's health versus budget, short-term savings versus long-term cost. Because eating cheap right now for a very long period of time gets you really big medical bills in the future. And not to mention the big weight that, in this case, my wife feels, because again, she's the one that makes the food, she's the one that cooks, and she's the one that kind of has to be the one to budget, mostly because again, she's the one that plans out the meals, which I touched on earlier about the mental load. So the trap isn't that convenience is bad or expensive, it's that the system makes you feel like you're failing no matter what you choose. You cook healthy at home, you're broke and exhausted. Get cheap takeout, you're unhealthy and taking shortcuts. Splurge on healthy takeout, you're financially irresponsible. Buy cheap groceries, you're not feeding your family well enough. And all the advices that you get from doing all of this is never really positive. And this is not like this is a dramatic, I'm changing my entire life choices type of situation. No, I'm just kind of weighing in here. The constant mental math, nobody really talks about how it is economically wise, like in places like here in South Texas, in Laredo, Texas, to be more specific. Because the economics don't match when you get advice about this topic from people who are not from here, from out of town. And then like me and the wife have been saying, that there's so many factors in there that also affect all of this. There's the amount of family members that you have, the city that you're in, the actual cost of stuff. Like, I'm not here to fix anything. Because, I mean, let's face it, when it comes to the economy, there's really not much you can do about it. I'm just here, just being honest, telling the truth, telling it how it is. This is how it is here. Again, I'm not trying to solve an issue, because let's face it, you can't. I'm just simply putting it out there that it's a thing here. It really, really is. But when it comes right down to it, all you're really trying to do is keep your family fed and happy without having to go broke or sacrificing anybody's health completely. There really isn't a perfect answer to this solution. It just comes right down, really, it's just about surviving at this point. But I think that is about covers this groceries versus takeout. Let me know down there. Do you agree? Is it the same economic issue where you're from? Or is it better? Is it worse? Let me know your thoughts on this down there. And that about does that. This is a very, very grown-up-y topic, but again, I feel like this had to be out there. Let me know if anybody from Laredo is actually watching. Let your voice be heard down there. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.